Okay, I wanted to talk about the synthesis. This is the post-synthesis briefing, and I'm going to use the 2007 synthesis as an example. You're supposed to develop a position on the effects of advertising. I made some notes here in my smartphone. It is an argument, okay? Give your claim, and then at the end of that first paragraph, give 2 or 3 reasons why you support this particular position. You think advertising has negative effects on our culture? 2 or 3 reasons. Cigarettes, alcohol. Okay, those are quick 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. But it does fuel our economy. We need it to fuel our consumer economy. Second point, read all of the sources. Okay, you need a 3-egg omelet. You don't have to use 7 eggs in your omelet. That's a giant omelet. Okay, that would be hard to fit in the pan. But you need 3, and you need to read the other sources because you need to be sort of well-rounded on the issues affecting whatever your synthesis is, in this case, advertising. And if you're not, you're going to be ignoring important points unless you're just that much of an expert on the issue without reading the sources. And absolutely use outside knowledge, okay? The effects of advertising, maybe you could talk about, you saw a documentary on big tobacco, okay? Or you saw a movie called Thank You for Smoking, and you realize, oh, it was because of advertising that the cigarette industry excelled for like 75 years in America and caused many people to get lung cancer and die. You must use C&C. Okay, concede and then counter. Okay, I did my template and I made multiple videos using the TV and presidential elections as an example. And I talked a lot about C&C. It was up front in the template. And a lot of my students, when we did this, they decided not to do it up front. And then I think they forgot that to concede and counter throughout. Because if you don't do that, and you can do it throughout, it's actually great if you do it throughout the argument and not just up front. But you have to do it somewhere because otherwise it's sort of just a one-sided argument and you want your argument to be nuanced. Okay. If I'm going to be completely against advertising, I also have to concede the fact that, let's face it, advertising, it gets us to buy stuff we don't really need. But when that happens, jobs are created, okay? And when jobs are created, that's good for everybody in America, and that's good for the American economy. If you want a 5 or 6, you have to have a nuanced argument, okay? In this one, it's pretty easy because you read the sources and you realize the sources are kind of stacked against advertising. So that's probably easier to go as a position, okay? So, but in order to be nuanced, you also have to concede that, just the idea of luxury items. We live in Southern California here, and there's a lot of luxury items. Okay. Do people need Lamborghinis? Do people need $100,000 Teslas? Not really, They could drive a moped to work. But that's good for the economy when people buy Lamborghinis and $100,000 Teslas. This is the FRQ where you can easily earn a 5 or maybe even a 6 if you are a really strong writer. Okay, so seize the moment. Okay, don't blow off the synthesis. It is the most time consuming, but is also the easiest. Everything is there for you. Good luck.